Hi, my name is Sarah Kirkland, and this presentation is titled Bridging the Gap. The purpose of this recording is to explain how to utilize the 5 different adopter categories that comprise Second Core in order to create innovative change within the company. The 5 adopter categories consist of innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. The innovators comprise of 2.5% of people within the system. They appreciate a good challenge, are daring and risky, play a gatekeeping role in the flow of new ideas, and introduce the innovation into the system by importing it from outside the system's boundaries. Sahin 2006. The early adopters comprise 13.5% of people. They play an integrated part in their local social system. They are the highest degree of opinion leadership. Potential adopters check with this group before adopting new ideas. They cause a triggering effect on the critical mass when adopting an innovation. They are well respected by their peers. And finally, they put the stamp of approval on new ideas. Sahin 2006. The early majority comprise of 34% of people. They think through ideas before adopting them, adopt an idea just before the average member of the system, and adopt new ideas but rarely lead the profit. Sahin 2006. The late majority comprise 34% of people as well. They usually adopt an idea based on economic necessity and or peer pressure, approach innovative ideas with skepticism and caution, usually wait to adopt ideas until others have done so, and don't feel safe about adopting an innovation until uncertainty has been removed. Sahin 2006. Laggards comprise of 16% of people. They are usually last in the social system to adopt new ideas and isolates within their system, make their decisions based off what has been done in the past, and are suspicious of innovation change agents. And they must be certain of an idea will not fail before adopting it. Sahin 2006. As a leader of a system with technology changes, I feel it is important to utilize innovators, early adopters, and the early majority to gain momentum in my initiatives to introduce new technological innovations into the workplace. These 3 groups are ones that appreciate a challenge, are well respected, and are thorough and thoughtful in their adoption process of new ideas. Second Core is comprised of all kinds of technologically literate people. The innovators of our company will be used to bring in the new technology that they feel will improve the company's performance and effectiveness. The innovators will introduce the idea to the company board, which comprises of the early adopters, who will review the technology and decide if this is something they wish to move forward with. Before moving forward with the innovation, the early adopters will refer to the early majority for their thorough take on the idea. The early majority consists of technologically literate individuals and those who work closely with headquarter employees within the company. An example of Christ using innovators while on earth can be seen in Luke 9:61 through 62. Quote, "I will follow you, Lord, but let me first say farewell to those at my home." End quote. Jesus said to him, quote, "No one who puts a hand on the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God." End quote. English Standard Version 2021. Innovators are fully committed to introducing an innovation into their system, and Jesus expected that. How can an innovation be introduced if innovators are constantly looking back? Innovators are daring and risky, but Jesus believes that we should look forward and commit to the unknown. Through discipleship, Jesus enabled early adopters and the early majority, quote, to consider how they might harness the power of change and influence others, end quote. Bryant, 2017, page 155. Next, my goal would be to work with the late majority. This group, like the early majority, makes up a large portion of our company. They are usually skeptical of new ideas and cautious about adopting innovations. My goal would be to educate this group on the benefits of the innovation and how it will ultimately improve their work performance. Finally, I would need to work carefully with the laggards, who tend to be isolated within our company. Since they are fearful of adopting new ideas, I will need to work one-on-one with these individuals, educating them on the history of the innovation and how it will certainly improve workflow performance. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus' message resonated with the masses in Israel because it was focused on the common good. This is a reflection example of the late majority. His message, quote, was useful and accessible to all. He made certain his disciples adhered to the new and inclusive culture, end quote. Bryant, 2017, page 156. Also in the Gospel of Luke, the discourse between Jesus, Martha, and Mary represents Jesus as a disruptive leader. Bryant, 2017. Mary desired help from her sister Martha, who was consumed with other tasks. When Mary asked Jesus to intervene, Jesus refused. Luke 10:40 through 42. This passage shows how Martha was an innovator and Mary was a laggard, not yet willing to conform to this new idea of a woman not assisting in caretaking. Quote, Jesus used this occasion to create awareness about the disconnection, end quote. Bryant, 2017, page 156. Jesus Christ led God's people in a way that needs knowledge, skills, and abilities. He departed wisdom on all who are willing to accept it. It is important to lead a system in ways that model Christ, with patience, wisdom, knowledge, and differentiation. It is essential to know your audience when taking on a leadership role. This results in a group that is more capable of taking on roles that better enables the implementation of new ideas and innovations into business practices.